Hello there, families. Today we're going to do a couple of activities for our Connect and our Fast Focus. Two of them are poems. Now, poems aren't like books where I have to turn the page. Poems are in one letter format. We're going to talk about a couple of different things. The reason that we do this is because we're learning how to read. Now, we're still working on our letters and sounds, but we have to learn about lots of things with reading, not just our letters and sounds. Okay? So the first one that we're going to do, you are going to need your fingers to help me count. So I'm going to count all the way up to 10 throughout the poem, and you are going to hold up that many fingers for me. Okay? So here's the poem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I threw him back again. Why did you let him go? Because he bit my finger so. Which finger did he bite? This little finger on the right. On the right. Let's think about our hands. This is my left hand because I can make a letter L. This is my right hand. So all the way on the right would be this little finger. See the one I'm wiggling? You know what that finger is called? It is called my pinky. You are right. So did you notice something? I noticed that I made a mistake. Say, I'm still cool. I'm still cool. You want to know what? Sometimes when we're writing, because we'll be doing a lot of writing next year, we make mistakes. And this is what I'm going to teach you. You can just put an X through it and fix your mistake. This time, I am not going to point to each word. Can you get your fingers ready? And we're going to do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I threw him back again. Why did you let him go? Because he bit my finger so. Which finger did he bite? This little finger on my right. Ooh. This one also has one to do with rhyming. This time, I am not going to point to each word because we're going to be adding one fish at a time. Now, my fish are actually, that looks like a shark. And I have a big whale. I think that's called a killer whale. And I have a swordfish. Okay? Today, my poem goes like this. One little fish with lovely scales of blue swam beside another. Then there were, you're right, two. Two little fish swimming in the sea. Another came to join them. Then there were, you're right, 3. 3 little fish. They were wishing there were more. Along swam another fish. Then there were 4. 4 little fish, glad to be alive, found a lonely fish. Then there were 5. 5 little fish doing some tricks. Along came another. Then there were 6. 6 little fish counting to 11. Another fish joined them. Then there were 7. 7 little fish, just as happy as can be. 7 little fish swimming in the sea. I notice a lot of rhyming words in that book, or in this poem. The number words usually rhymed, like blue, 2, you're right, and more, 4, good job, alive, and 5, good, trick, 6, and did you know the number 11 rhymes with 7? 7, 11. Then I am going to show you a book. I left it over here on accident, so I'm going to walk over and get it. Do you remember this book that we read called Clownfish? Now, this book was a long book with lots of learning because it's an informational book. We talked about how other animals helped each other. Okay, so I'm not going to read the whole book. We're going to read about how the animals help each other, the animals that live in the ocean. You're right, because clownfish live in the ocean. This is a sea anemone. Did you know that sea anemones sting and kill other fish? But the stings do not hurt You're right, it doesn't hurt the clownfish. They have a layer of slime on their scales to protect the clownfish. So remember, the sea anemone is something that's living, it grows. A clownfish is the only fish in the ocean that can go in the sea anemones. Do you remember who lives there? You're right, Nemo. They help each other. The sea anemone and the clownfish help each other. Okay? Clownfish and sea anemones, they both help each other. Clownfish stays safe by swimming near sea anemones because then other animals aren't going to want to eat them because nobody else can touch a sea anemone. They would die. So that's how clownfish protect themselves. Clownfish eat food that sea anemones leave behind. So the sea anemone is eating, munch, munch, munch. And then the clownfish eats the leftover food. So that's how the sea anemone helps the clownfish. That's so cool. Boy, do I love learning new things. I hope you guys have a great day.